Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and no, I'm not in Charlie's room, ladies and gentlemen. But I feel like I want to kind of talk about this a little bit because, sometimes what'll happen is I'll upload a video and then, immediately I'll go onto YouTube and some of my other friends on the platform, some of my other brethren, if you will, my cohorts, my colleagues will upload a similar video. One of the most egregious things that happened, like I would say about a month and a half ago, was I was like uploading a video. I forget exactly which one it was, but we had like a time difference of, I shit you not, 4 minutes apart when it came to the videos. I think I uploaded maybe 4 minutes earlier than it was Charlie, and that's pretty much just how things went. Now, for years, there's been people wondering, it's like, anytime you've talked about a similar topic, have you discussed this the day before? And the reality of that, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I like every conspiracy theory, unfortunately, this conspiracy theory is not true. Nobody has coordinated with each other to upload videos. There's no secret cabal on Discord or at TeamSpeak or really anything where people come together and just say, this is what's gonna get uploaded today. It's usually just a happy little coincidence. And that's pretty much just like how this whole thing happens. Now, one of the reasons I kind of talk about this is I do like reading the comment sections to like a video, you know what I mean? Generally speaking, when I upload something onto the internet, when I upload any topic that I'm interested about, I look at the comment section like it's, like a forum thread. You ever go to like an old website and just type in like a comment? You type in like a thread and you actually want that thread to be alive? It's the ability for you to have a fucking forum thread in every video that you could look at. Now look, a YouTube comment section is not a perfect environment, obviously, but a YouTube comment section at least lets you understand like what people are talking about. I love the discourse, okay? I'm a discourse enjoyer. But generally, anytime that I find myself uploading a video and, Charlie has uploaded that video and, I haven't really known about it until obviously after the video is made, when the comment section is very quick to remind me. The only thing that hurts about it is that out of like the 1,000 comments, a good chunk of them will be, bro, they're working together on this one. Ooh, they're uploading from the same room. And the reality of that is it just couldn't be farther from the truth. Now, one of the things that I actually saw like the other day that came out of like meme culture was apparently Tyler, the Creator, posted YouTube in 2009, which is all just brain rot shit. And then YouTube now, which is all just talking heads. So you can see guys like Charlie, me, Actman, I think that's Professor Dave, and I really can't identify the rest. But generally, this is kind of like where YouTube is sort of at. One of the things that I do like about the whole talking head stuff, at least when it comes to YouTube, is I really feel like this side of the internet might be one of the last bastions of that whole like early YouTube broadcast yourself ethos. When we talk about brain rot, let's not forget, okay? If you want to talk about real brain rot, ladies and gentlemen, just look up ASMR cutting on YouTube right now. I swear to God, if you want to make some good money on this website, I really feel like the smartest hustle thing you can do is probably get a Google AI Ultra subscription. Write 20 prompts of shit being cut in half, take a dump, come back, and literally print money as you shit. It's crazy stuff. But yeah, brain rot is still alive and healthy, but I really feel like the talking head stuff has sort of become kind of like a main staple. One of the things that's also interested me, and one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of also make this video, other than obviously addressing this massive conspiracy that's been building up for years, is how you guys really actually consume most of the stuff you see on a day-to-day basis. I remember like earlier when I was like a kid, me and my dad were just talking, and my dad, he was like one of those news enjoyers. He still actually quite is. And obviously if I talk to somebody my age now, I don't think anybody really like watches the news, unless of course they get it through like Twitter or like, maybe like a YouTube short, if you will. At least like a 30-second package is all pretty much anybody can muster. And so I wonder if like how you guys get like any of your common news in today's day and age is through guys like me, guys like Charlie, Pyrocynical, Asmongold, Optimus, any of the guys that, sort of like uploading daily or near daily or pretty, often. But yeah, earlier today I uploaded a video on Roblox, which obviously these are kind of videos that like, obviously everybody's interested in, especially in like the commentary space. Because earlier, if you didn't catch that video, I was talking about Roblox and unfortunately how they're deciding to go after some creators, legally, right? Creators who expose some really nefarious stuff on there. Now, obviously, one of the things that I always find interesting, people always think those videos tend to do pretty well, and it's kind of a mixed bag. Generally speaking, anytime you have a video with a title with like Predator inside it, it's probably like a 50-50% it does well in the YouTube algorithm, simply because YouTube probably doesn't want to promote the word Predator at all in its trending algorithms. And of course, with Roblox, it's even wilder. Like, if you just type in the word Roblox on YouTube and hit enter, it'll give you a whole bunch of random sponsored content, and it'll absolutely cover, like, just positive Roblox content. Now, of course, if you've been watching any Roblox videos today in this side of the internet, the talking head, you'd be wondering, why the fuck isn't the Predator story trending? And I don't know if like Roblox is working with YouTube to kind of like, stay a little hush hush on this, or maybe you have to really dig into the trenches to find this kind of stuff. But it is genuinely interesting. I do appreciate how they have like pocketapk.com sponsored up here. I'm sure there's not going to go down a rabbit hole of leading kids to download shit that they probably shouldn't be in the first place. But yeah, ultimately speaking, one of the things that I kind of wanted to touch upon with that video as well too, and kind of follow up, is inside that video, I did talk about like verification stuff. And I know like age verification stuff is pretty like, it's a hot topic right now. I've definitely made my videos on it. But I came across like I was promoting some sort of like ID verification or anything of that nature. And I just want to correct it and say for the record that I'm not a fan of any form of this like invasive verification. But I will say that I kind of was thinking ever since I uploaded that video, and it's been like this like sort of like itch inside my head. I was wondering like, hey, why don't we just put like actual legal pressure onto the parents who purchase or like let their children access this kind of stuff through tablets or phones that they buy them, right? Like, obviously we have laws regarding neglecting your children. It's never okay. Usually the government will come in if you severely neglect your kid and take them away. Now, people have a mixed mind into all of this, but I really do think like, a few days ago, I made a video where I showed you guys, literally you can enact parental controls on almost any device that you have. Like, there is no excuse left in the world for you not to have some control over what your child can or cannot consume, or what they can or cannot interact with the internet. If you just buy your kid a tablet and you forget to actually lock it down, which is incredibly easy to do, I really feel like instead of the government telling me how I should live my life on the internet, you should be in punishment for A, bringing a child into this world, which isn't a sin of itself, but then forgetting to parent that fucking child and then ruining my life with it. That, ladies and gentlemen, needs to be goddamn addressed. And I was kind of wondering if maybe that's kind of the road to be taken down, but I'm sure it's probably going to piss off a lot of neglectful parents who will argue that, hey, I'm a busy person. I can't parent my child 24/7, 365. And that's true, you can't, but you can at least put a modicum of effort for preventing your kid from accessing the stuff you find so dirty on the internet. Now again, to go back to the allegations of, oh man, are you and Charlie working on these videos together? The answer is, again, no. To be real with you, I don't really talk with a lot of people outside into the YouTube space at all. Not because, it's we don't talk at all. It's just simply because we're all just doing our thing. And, aside from me, like, uploading a video, as soon as I upload a video, it's usually just, I walk away, come back after 6 hours, read through the comments, and then usually go to bed. That's kind of how I treat YouTube in general. And it's never really this, effort where we're all like collaborating together. I think generally what comes out of it is, obviously when it comes to some of these really big trending topics, it's pretty obvious that we're all going to be talking about something. And I really do like that aspect of YouTube. I really feel like, generally speaking, anytime like a cool topic comes up, I do find it interesting to see the perspective of people who have their lives somewhat radically different in some ways, right? Like, obviously a perspective from Charlie is interesting for me to watch. A perspective from, Pyrocynical or, even Asmongold, or really anybody that has something to say is generally something I want to see, just to get a gauge of, how somebody who lives different to me is looking at this situation. The same situation, how somebody is perceiving it in their own way. That is always super duper interesting to me. But generally speaking, I don't think that there's ever really like a limitation on how many people are allowed to talk about something at all. That's just where I come into. And, again, going into the comment section, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of Nobel laureates, but generally speaking, when it comes to this kind of stuff, when the comment sections do get kind of like shitted up with like the whole like, Charlie already made the video, you're late, bud, you've been lacking. It definitely does like kind of, take the fun away from like uploading the video topic because, like I said in the beginning of this, I just love seeing the actual discussion of these topics. But I figured I might as well address it because it's not the first time I see it, nor will it actually be the last time that I see it. But I think when it comes to the daily like yap fests, when it comes to like, a lot of the serious stuff that's going on into the world, I think a lot of us are like slowly really consumed into it just because like the world is kind of moving towards, I would say, a pretty scary place. I know that I've been kind of talking a lot about like internet like control, like dead internet theories. I've been talking about like, just ID verification and stuff in general. And I'm going to just tell you right now, I think for the next little while, I probably will still keep talking about that kind of stuff simply because it is super duper important for me to actually try to leave a somewhat tangible good mark in at least educating people on why certain things can be really bad. I try to stay away from like a lot of the super political stuff. I really just try to keep my current event stuff to like internet related things, computer viruses, things of that nature, or like video games. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Obviously, some of your creators will upload a video on a topic that is just too big some days. Some days you'll see everyone yapping about the same thing, simply because that's just kind of like, sometimes that just grabs people. Sometimes that's the itch that everyone needs to scratch. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, this video is too long for you. Hopefully you did enjoy it on one of the ADD channels. I had somebody ask me, it's like, do you find this to be like bad? And I'm like, no, I really don't. I think a lot of the attention span of the world has kind of dropped. And again, for somebody that has ADD, I don't know anything about attention deficit disorder, but if you are suffering from it, and those channels do help you condense some of my videos down, to like jot points that work for you, I'm not going to fucking sit here and ruin that for you. If that's how you cope, if that's how you function, go for it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and yeah, I'm out.